Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got a really good one this morning. This one's really, really good. Hang on, let me get a sip. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Courtesy of my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys. Coffee of the Month Club. They renewed that great Christmas gift for me. And here we go. I think this is year number 3. I think it's the 3rd year now. Black Rifle Coffee Company. This is Just Black. Boy, this is a good one. Medium roast. Very, very flavorful. Boy, is this good. So a big thank you to Jason, Allison, and the boys for this great Christmas gift. Coffee of the Month Club from the Black Rifle Coffee Company. I love their coffee. I love the current cups. I love the gift. Again, I think it's the 3rd year. And Just Black, a really, really terrific selection this morning. And Just Black just arrived, as a matter of fact, which is why we're enjoying it this morning. There it is right there. Yeah, terrific. Really, really like this one. And the coffee mug this morning is courtesy of Peter Wolf of Wolf Whiskers. Boy, he makes some really, really spectacular shaving brushes, and he very kindly sent along this coffee mug. So thank you very, very much, Peter. Check out his shaving brushes. They are absolutely wonderful. A favorite of our dear friend Mark Bagwell. He spoke highly of them many, many times, very, very often. So yeah, a big, big thank you. Once more, let's just show you that badge on there. Love that badge. Love this coffee mug. Really, really terrific. Yeah, love that badge art right there. Yeah. So thanks. A big, big thank you to Peter Wolf of Wolf Whiskers. Thank you very much, Peter. Wow. How are you this morning? Great to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Boy, it's cold out there, which is why we've got this on right here. We were in a cold January. This was a Christmas gift from Tom and Lori, Bryn, Kelly, and Tommy, and Yaqi, the whole family. This is one of those corduroy shirt jackets, really enjoying it on these cold January mornings. It comes in quite handy, and I hope you're warming up with a good hot cup of coffee. Maybe you're by the fireside enjoying this morning's Monday Morning Mailbag. Boy, we got a great show for you. Before we get to that, as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. One more sip. That's good. That is really, really good. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really, really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via the many streaming platforms that this program runs on. iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, YouTube, that sort of thing, Spotify. So thanks very much for tuning in to the podcast. If that's the way you like to hear the Monday Morning Mailbag, really do appreciate that. Boy, we've got a great show for you this morning. We have got a really, really terrific viewer shaving tip. I'm really excited to share this one with you. We have an extra shave tip this morning. Haven't had one of those in a while. We have got some great shave den visits. We also have an update to the giveaway. Want to share some information with you this morning. And let's see, we also have a special segment I think you'll enjoy. It's rather nostalgic and kind of fits in with our discussion of books that we've had here and there on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also on Second Cup. We got some great refill comments. Boy, we got some really, really terrific new shave gear to share with you. A lot of really great stuff, and 1 or 2 questions or comments to wrap up the show with this morning. So thanks very, very much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope the weather is warm and agreeable where you're at. If it's cold and wintry outside, again, I hope you're enjoying a hot cup of coffee by the fireside. Thanks so much for tuning in to this morning's Monday Morning Mailbag. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer John Ford. And John writes, "Good morning, Mark. I would like to start by saying, over a year ago, I stumbled upon one of your videos on YouTube, and you are solely responsible for starting me on my journey of wet shaving. That being said, I watch your Monday Morning Mailbag all the time, and nothing would honor me more than to be able to have one of your original signed George sketches to hang in my shave den. Anyways, here goes. I use my blades 4 times before I discard them. I purchased from a big box store colored magnets that I attached to the side of my cabinet using some hot glue. After using a new blade, I place it onto the green magnet, which means there's 3 more uses. As I use them, I proceed to move them down to the next color until they get to the red. Once I pull it off the red and use it, that is the last use and I discard it. Once again, Mark, I look forward to all your videos you post on YouTube, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you, John Ford. John, thank you very much. This is a fantastic shaving tip because we're always looking for ways to track our razor blade during our shaving during that week. A lot of us out there, a lot of wet shavers out there like to use that razor blade more than 2 or 3 times, like you say, 4 times. Now, I'm kind of like, sometimes I'm a one and done, sometimes I'm 2 uses and I discard it. But this is a great way to keep track of a razor blade for 4 uses. You know exactly where it is during your week while you're shaving with it. Absolutely fantastic. Love, love, love this shaving tip. And I know a lot of viewers out there are going to run out and get some different colored magnets and use this shaving tip. So if you out there use this shaving tip in the near future, comment below and let us know how it works for you. John, an absolutely fantastic, creative shaving tip. Really, really do like it. Thank you so much. Very appreciative that you sent it in. And to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So John, thanks again for a really wonderful and creative shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Dan Blackshear. Now, we have been talking about T.N. Dickinson's recently on the channel, T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel, and this has alcohol in it, and you get 16 fluid ounces for $3.64 at Walmart. That's where I bought this one here. Now, I went into Walmart to get the Thayer's with alcohol, and they don't have it. They have the alcohol-free, but I wanted Witch Hazel with alcohol. So I went into another section of the store there, and here it was, right there, right there. 100% natural astringent with alcohol, and $3.64 for 16 fluid ounces. That's a great deal. So that's why we've been using it in some of our post-shave routines and some of the video reviews we've been doing. And it's very, very good. I like this one a lot. And I know there are a lot of fans of Thayer's out there, but $3.64. Man, you can't beat that, T.N. Dickinson's. Anyhow, Dan sent along this tip regarding T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel, and he writes, I use T.N. Dickinson, but my wife does not like the smell. So I add some Aqua Velva Blue to it. Gives a great feel, and the smell of the diluted Aqua Velva in the Witch Hazel dissipates quickly, so it does not interfere with the scent of the day. Hey, that is really terrific. So if you don't care for the scent of T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel, add a little bit of Aqua Velva Blue to it. Give it a try. Let us know how it works for you. Dan, thanks very, very much for the extra shave tip this morning. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have a couple of shave den visits for you this morning. First up from Bob Mykowski, who writes, Hey, Mark, some pictures for you of the greatest shave bowl on the planet, a grapefruit bowl for $1 at a local Goodwill store. Now, we're going to be talking about this later on in questions and comments, so stay tuned for that. I just want to give you a preview of it. He continues here, a George sketch you awarded to me for my suggestion regarding using an empty metal coffee can for storing used blades, and 2 pictures of my shave den feel free to use on your 3MB show. Take care, Bob Mykowski. Bob, absolutely fantastic looking shave den. Very, very picturesque, I guess you could say. Got some great wall art there. Very, very inviting. Really gets you in the mood to have that traditional wet shave. Absolutely awesome. And thanks again for the heads up on this grapefruit bowl. We'll be talking about it later on again in questions and comments. Really, thank you very much for that, Bob. And very honored and flattered that you framed George up and you have him displayed there in your shave den. Thank you very, very much for that. We also heard from Jim from Northfield, who wrote, "Hey, Mark, I was out at an antique store and located these great razors. The one on the left needs no introduction. It's a 1959 Gillette Fat Boy. It came in the case, which is rare out in the wild, and a blade bank full. The one next to it is a Canadian-made Gillette Tech with a Bakelite handle. The date on the underside indicates it was made in 1932. The next one is a Gem Junior with a Bakelite handle too. The gadget on the very right is a vintage crisscross razor blade stropper. Best of all, this whole lot cost just $64. Wow! As always, right place, right time. Thanks. Have a great week. Jim from Northfield. Wow, Jim, that's absolutely fantastic. The Fat Boy alone, if you do a search on eBay, a Fat Boy from 58, 59, 60, somewhere in there, with the case and blades, is going to be anywhere from $200 to $250 easily. And that one looks to be in great shape. What an absolutely spectacular find. And also, those other razors in the lot that you were able to secure, that's fantastic. And I'm really interested about the crisscross razor blade stropper. That really looks fascinating. Let us know if it works, and if you try or you decide to test it out. That's that sort of thing. Really looks unique. Really some terrific vintage wet shave gear for your shave den. So thanks very much for sharing that with all the viewers. And again, my thanks to Jim and Bob for some great shave den visits this morning. Gentlemen, thanks again very much. Well, this is another reminder that the channel now has AutoDub technology, courtesy of Google and YouTube. All you have to do is go to the lower right of the video screen and click on that little gear there, and a menu will pop up, and then you can select the audio track language. It'll take this video and translate it from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French on the fly in real time. So if you speak any of those languages and English isn't your strong suit, all you have to do is hit that gear, a menu will pop up, and you can hear this video, this Monday Morning Mailbag video, or any of our video reviews on the channel in Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French in real time on the fly. Pretty amazing technology. And if you are using this feature, please comment below. Let us know how you like it. Really amazing. AutoDub from YouTube and Google. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more. And the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, we have an update to our recent giveaway. As you may recall, viewer Chris Bodrab very kindly sent along some shave brush handles that he had created, these artisan shave brush handles. And he said, Mark, feel free to give these away on the Monday Morning Mailbag, that sort of thing. And we selected one, this one right here, and about a month ago or so, I think it was. We gave this one away in a Monday Morning Mailbag. And by week's end, we pulled a winning name, and it was Alan Bagby. Alan won this particular CB Brushworks shave brush handle. And about 2.5 weeks went by and we didn't hear from him. So we decided to just go ahead and give it away one more time. And we also included another shave brush, this beautiful white tapered shave brush handle with some blue marbling. Again, CB Brushworks right there. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And in the entries, in order to enter, all you had to do is comment below on the January 13th, 2025 Monday Morning Mailbag video. And lo and behold, Alan Bagby left this comment. Good evening, Mark. I have not been able to watch the 3MB show for the past couple of weeks due to a severe illness in the family. You can't imagine the amazement and joy I felt in hearing that I had won the shave brush handle giveaway. Alas, I was too distracted to take advantage of the opportunity that presented itself. Amazingly, your generosity is allowing me to attempt it again. Thank you. My fingers are crossed. Now, again, Chris very, very kindly sent along several of these shave brush handles to give away. We were gonna do more than one giveaway anyhow, so I responded by saying, Alan, I have an extra CB Brushworks handle and will gladly send it to you. I'll make that announcement when I select the winning names on Friday or on the 3MB. I'm so sorry you had such difficulty in getting a message to me. So yeah, here it is right here, Alan. This is yours. You want it fair and square. I want you to have it. CB Brushworks. It is another one of these beautiful brush handles that Chris Bodrab very, very kindly sent to the channel. And I'm sure everyone out there is in agreement on this. You won that first go around and you were unable to get a hold of us. And it's only fair that you have this particular shave brush handle. So all you got to do is send me your snail mail address and I will ship this to you post haste. So congratulations, Alan. Don't worry about re-entering. You won. And thanks very much for getting a message to the channel and the show and letting us know exactly what the situation was. So there it is, Alan. Send me your snail mail address and I will ship this to you post haste. And thanks again to Chris Bodrab for very, very kindly sending along these beautiful artisan created shave brush handles and allowing me to give them away on the Monday Morning Mailbag show. So thanks again, Chris, and congratulations, Alan. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on, one more sip. Yeah, this is good. This is good. And when I was brewing this refill cup in my Keurig machine over there, boy, the aroma was marvelous. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, this is Black Rifle Coffee Company, Just Black, medium roast. This is a good one. Again, my thanks to Jason, Allison, and the boys for this Christmas gift. I think this is the third year, so I'm all set for 2025 and enjoying a really, really nice cup of Black Rifle coffee this morning. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. We got some great refill comments this morning. Let's kick things off with something from James Sefton, who writes, great way to start the day with 3MB. Years ago, my uncle always had English bulldogs, and he sawed out a Snoopy and painted it up and put it on top of their doghouse. Have a great day and the rest of the week, Mark. Yeah, we were talking about Snoopy and the Red Baron last week. A great book. Brought back a lot of great memories for a lot of great viewers out there. And every once in a while, we kind of stray away from wet shaving and talk about a few other things, and this falls under the category of a few other things. And yeah, really, really terrific. And of course, right here, let me get this for you right here. This is iconic. You know, curse you, Red Baron. That's great. When Snoopy got on the doghouse and started battling the Red Baron, it just forever changed the direction and humor of that comic strip. In my opinion, it really was kind of a game changer, to coin a great razor name. And it just forever just became iconic. And Very, very enjoyable. That was always the highlight of the Peanuts comic strip for me, all the antics of Snoopy. So, James, thanks very much for that. Rod Sloan wrote, Melbourne. Oh, hey, he's from down under. Great to hear from you, Rod. Melbourne, another great 3MB, Mark. Enjoy the tips, new wet shave gear, comments, etc. Have a great week, Mark. Take care. The hat, excellent. Yeah, this is the hat that James Sefton sent. And we are enjoying this hat. I can hardly wait for the summer months to wear this outside. And yeah, it kind of goes with this, doesn't it, though? This great corduroy sweater jacket I have on right here. And and this, I got to show you this. This is great, too, because it's got this great corduroy material, and it has this great inner pile lining here, very, very warm, and it's got snaps, too. Snaps all up and down here. I'll just show you right here. Here's a snap right here. Wait, let me get it. Snap it up here. There you go. Snap right here on the pockets. I love snaps. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I like these sweater jackets and other kinds of sweaters and outerwear, heavier indoor wear that have the snaps. I like them a lot. Yeah, they're great. So Rod, great to hear from you from down under. Really do appreciate that. Viewer Stuart Stern, 7428 wrote, thanks, Mark, for the Monday morning mailbag. As always, I always walk away with something new from your show. Thanks very much for that, Stuart. I really do appreciate it, but it's all the viewers out there that contribute such great information, tips, tricks, etc., reviews. I mean, I say it all the time, and I mean it. Without you, this microphone would be silent. All the viewers out there make this show. He continues here, I would love to get in on the custom brush handle giveaway. It is rare that I would ever win anything, but here it goes. Anyway, thanks for everything you do for the shaving community. Hey, Stuart, thanks very much for leaving that comment/entry. And thanks very much for your views, your comments, and your subscription. Really do appreciate that. Beth Jones. Hey, Beth, how you doing? She wrote, good morning, Mark. Great 3MB. CB Brushworks. Shave brush handles are beautiful. Yeah, they are, aren't they, though? These are really, really nice. Really some nice work by Chris Bodrab. And not for sale yet. So, yeah, that's why they're extra special in the giveaways that we're doing. She continues, Jimmy V Photography did a great review of Nordic shaving soap. Have a great rest of the week, Mark. Yeah, check out last week's show for Jimmy V's review of Razor Emporium Nordic shaving soap. It really was a very, very good review, and the soap sounds wonderful. So check that out. Last week's show, that would be January 13th, 2025. Just go to the description and check the timestamps, and you'll be able to go right to that review. So thanks very much for that, Beth. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Sam Hillenbrand, 6291, wrote, great 3MB, Mark, as always. I love the story of Snoopy as the famous World War I flying ace in his Sopwith Camel doghouse plane. I used to love to watch his storyline on CBS as a kid. Who am I kidding? I still do at 55. Beginning with the Peanuts fall holiday shows of It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and a Charlie Brown Christmas. Great shows. Also, my favorite Christmas song of all time to this day is Snoopy versus the Red Baron by the Royal Guardsmen, a classic. The whole album actually has many songs of Snoopy fighting the Red Baron, a unique album with songs that carry Snoopy's World War I flying ace legacy into the future. I didn't know that there was an entire album of that, Sam. That's pretty amazing. I did not know that, and I remember the Christmas song of Snoopy and the Red Baron and the original Snoopy and the Red Baron song, but I didn't know there was an entire album. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. Yeah, and again, when Snoopy got up on top of the doghouse to fight the Red Baron, boy, just forever changed the comic strip. It just, for me, Snoopy was the character in this comic strip. Just loved his antics. This comes from Odin Arcade 00. Hey, I love that you called out my comment. I'm here listening on a Tuesday, but am absolutely enjoying going down the wet shaving rabbit hole with you. Love me some Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I had a mug of theirs, but the label rubbed off after so many years. Anyway, thanks for the shaving podcast. Hey, thank you very much, Odin Arcade 00. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast version of the Monday Morning Mailbag. Really do appreciate that. He followed up with a comment on the Second Cup, our other podcast that we do. And he wrote, absolutely killer podcast. I love Phoenix Shaving's offerings. I just wish some of their razors wouldn't go out of stock so often. I also really, really want to check out that Walt Disney biography. Thanks for all the juicy information. Yeah, we, on the Second Cup podcast, we had a breakdown on a lot of new releases from Phoenix Shaving. If you missed it, tune in to last week's Second Cup podcast. That was January 13th, 2025. They had some great stuff available. And regarding the razors, yeah, the razors from Phoenix Shaving are very, very popular. However, if you get to the product page of the particular razor that you're interested in and it's sold out, on the right-hand side, there's kind of a bluish, purplish vertical bar there. Just click on that and a box will pop up allowing you to enter your email address, and that will send you an email alert notification that that item is back in stock. And I've done that, and that's how I was able to get a couple of their razors. I think the Metaphor, I think that's how I got one of the Metaphors, as a matter of fact. And yeah, their razors are absolutely wonderful. I love the Metaphor. I love the Ascension. Yeah, some great razors from the folks at Phoenix Shaving. And yes, they sell out quickly. So just get on that email alert list and just check your email from time to time. And when you get that alert, get over there, order it, and hopefully you'll get in under the wire. But yeah, make sure you monitor your email for those alerts. So thanks very much for the nice comments, Odin Arcade 00, regarding the podcast, both the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast and the Second Cup podcast. Really, really do appreciate that. Viewer Dan Blackshear wrote the following: thanks, Mark, for including my email in new wet shaving gear. With another week using these products, I continue to be even more impressed with the quality and performance. As always, a great 3MB, and thank you for the giveaway. Now, this is in regards to a review that Dan submitted last week, the January 13th, 2025 Monday Morning Mailbag show. He reviewed a couple of razors and a beautiful lathering bowl from Wet the Face, but the razors are really very, very nice. If you missed that, both of them are available on Etsy. If you missed it, check it out from last week. And again, go to the timestamps. It's in new wet shave gear. And it really was a terrific review of some really, really wonderful products that are available, wet shaving products that are available on Etsy and also from Wet the Face. And yeah, so if you're looking for a new single edge razor, check out his review. Really, really informative. Some great pictures that he sent along to just illustrate how wonderful these razors are and how great looking they are. And he loves the performance. So check that out from last week. And a big thank you to Dan Blackshear for very kindly sending in those reviews. Richard Burns wrote, Chris Bodrab is very talented at beautiful shave brush handles. Yeah, again, yeah, he does. Chris is doing some great work. We're giving this one to Alan Bagby. Look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love that CB Shaveworks logo, that coin in the bottom of the handle there. Yeah, absolutely spectacular. I mean, yeah, he does some really, really nice work. I absolutely agree with you, Richard. Thank you very much for the comment. JohnShaves 101 from across the pond. Great show, Mark. Listening as always through my van's Bluetooth while on my rounds. Have a great week. John, have a great week as well. John has a great YouTube shaving channel, and we're going to link it below. Check him out. He always has some great shave gear to share with all of his viewers, and you get to see that perspective from someone over there in England. Really, really neat. John, thank you so much for checking in. Really, really do appreciate it. Charles K. wrote, bravo, Mark. Another fine Monday morning mailbag for the record. Your comments about working through college and the taste of the coffee on the way to early morning classes brought back memories for me. In my undergraduate years, quite likely when you were in short pants, laugh out loud, I worked at my fraternity house cleaning and washing the dinner dishes, clearing the kitchen and dining room in exchange for a modest reduction in my dues, etc. Such effort builds character, I think. This week's Monday Morning Mailbag had lots of good content. Thanks for putting it together. The CB shaving brushes look super. Will be a nice win for someone, and I suspect that CB would be pleased to sell the winners a nice brush to be installed at a reasonable price. As a question for your subscribers, questions and comments portion, I wonder if Stockholm, Sweden has any shave shops, perhaps something like the English shave shops in London, or even a pasteur. I may find myself there for a few days later in the year. As always, you have my compliments, thanks, and kindest personal regards, Charles K. Charles, that's absolutely fantastic. We will take that the ending of your comment there, and we're gonna revisit that in questions and comments in an upcoming Monday Morning Mailbag to remind everybody to get some information regarding shave shops in Sweden. Say that say that 5 times fast. Shave shops in Sweden. And that's and hopefully I know we're going to get a lot of great feedback on that. So if anyone knows of any great shave shops in Sweden, please comment below and let us know. That's absolutely fantastic. And Charles, like you, I too worked in the kitchen and the dining room area to get a reduction on my house bill when I lived in the fraternity house, Phi Kappa Tau Gamma chapter at the Ohio State University, corner of 15th and Indianola. And I worked in the kitchen, and Larry Minogue was the steward, and I also worked with Rick Ronk and a lot of other great guys in the fraternity. We worked breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We cleaned up the table. We did the dishes. I did all of that as well. And as I mentioned in last week's show, I was the one who would wake up in the morning and set up breakfast. So I was the first one up in the house, and I would go down into the kitchen, unlock the door, open up the pantry, bring out all the breakfast food, and that sort of thing, and get that all set up before anyone else was up and about. And then, and then I would work lunch, and I would work dinner, and set up the tables, take down bus all the dishes, wash the dishes. I did all that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. For me, it was a lot of fun, and I got a few bucks off my housing bill in living in the Phi Kappa Tau fraternity house. So it was a lot of fun. So thanks very much for that, Charles. Really do appreciate it. And folks, again, if you know of any shave shops in Sweden, wow, that's a tongue twister for some reason. Please comment below and let us know, and we will revisit that again in an upcoming Monday Morning Mailbag, hopefully before Charles makes his trip. So thanks again, Charles. Really do appreciate it. Craig Fasha 907 writes, I'm a newbie, been watching your shave videos for a couple of weeks now. First time viewer, Monday Morning Mailbag. Of course, I'll be back. Hey, Craig, thank you very, very much for that. And that was also an entry for the giveaway. Really do appreciate that, Craig. Thank you. I'm very, very flattered. Welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Pro Yamaha Drummer. Hey, Mark. I am also layered up with the furnace set to 64. The Siberian Husky prefers it that way. Since we will be going into the single digits, I'll raise it a little in case of power outage. Yeah, that's exactly what I do, and that's why I've got this on, and I feel very, very comfortable. Of course, got a good hot cup of coffee, again, with the Wolf Whiskers coffee mug. Forgot to mention that. Thanks again to Peter Wolf for this beautiful coffee mug that he sent to the Monday Morning Mailbag show, sent it to the channel. Really do appreciate that. And as long as you got a good hot cup of coffee and a nice sweater, and you can afford to turn that thermostat down. But yeah, I agree. When it starts getting below the teens, even in the single digits, turn it up a little bit, especially when you turn it at night. So there's enough warmth in the house to keep it going in case you do get that power outage, so that the warmth will last in the house a little bit longer while they restore power, while they work on restoring power. So yeah, Thanks very much for that, Pro Yamaha Drummer. This comes from Jay Hipple. I've been using the Supply disposable razor for the last few months. I fly 2 to 3 times a week, and it has been great. Now, if it's a disposable, a single edge, I think that probably will be allowed in a DOP kit in your carry-on, because it's the blade is fixed in there as a disposable, and I think that'll probably get through TSA. Hey, Jay, comment below and let us know on that if that's the case, because it certainly makes sense, because the blade is not removable. It's a disposable, just like any other cartridge razor. That's great to know. Please comment below and we'll update everyone on an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. Thanks very much for that comment. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer AS Watson 76 writes, 3MB is part of my Monday morning routine. I always look forward to watching, Mark. I'm curious how cool you keep your temperature in your house during the summer, since you mentioned 64 degrees in today's episode. Hey, that's a great question. I don't really run the air conditioning much anymore. I was reading online about going from a very, very cold environment outside into a very, very hot environment might not be the best thing for you. So I've opted to not use my air conditioning that much. On really, really, really hot days, I will have it at, say, 68 degrees, something like that. And after it cools down the room a little bit, then I'll turn it up to about maybe 72, something like that. But I have found that the more I stay away from air conditioning, there's this natural adaptation to summer weather. And going from a very, very cold environment into a very, very hot environment might not be the best thing from what I've been reading online. I don't know what the reasons are, but I guess that's why I don't have the house in the wintertime really, really super warm, like 75, 80 degrees, because when you go outside into the really cold weather, it's another shock to your system. Does that make sense? This is kind of what I've been hearing. I would rather have my body naturally adapt to the spring and summer weather, and I find it to be a little more tolerable when I don't run air conditioning. However, one caveat: on those really, really very, very extremely hot, humid days, I will turn it on. And I find that could offer a great deal of relief. But if it's 80 degrees outside, 84, 85, and the humidity is not bad, hey, I'm okay just having the window open and the ceiling fans going and that sort of thing. And at night too, I'll just put I got a ceiling fan above my bed, and I'll open the window a little bit, and I seem to be fine. And my body seems to naturally adapt to the warmer weather. Comment below and let me know if you've heard something similar to that. I don't know what the theory is, but my reasoning is let your body adapt to the seasonal weather. That's kind of what I've been hearing. And I don't know if it's true or not, but that's kind of what I've been doing lately. So even in the winter, I won't turn the thermostat up all the way, because I know I got to go outside in the cold weather, and leaving it a little bit cooler, putting on an extra layer. I seem to adapt a little more to the cold outside. That's just kind of the way I look at it. So, let me know what you do, A.S. Watson, if you do something similar. And please, folks, comment below and let me know if you do something similar, or if you're doing the opposite. You really you crank the heat in the wintertime, and you cool down the house a great deal during the summertime. Let us know in the comments below. So thanks very much for that, A.S. Watson 76. Stan Chapman wrote, I only travel by car, so don't have airline restrictions. But to save room, I take an electric razor for head shaves, old Track 2 or Atra cartridge razors for face, and Arco shave cream. Easiest setup for me. Well, the Arco is terrific. Do you take a shave stick, or do you take a little bowl of the shave soap, something like that? Or you said shave cream, so maybe you're taking some Arco in a tube. That sounds great. And the old Track 2 is a really, really good blade system in a pinch if you need to take a cartridge razor. We have some, we featured some Track 2 handles on the show. I think my dad had one that I've used, and you can still find these Track 2 or Atra cartridges out there. Those are 2 blades. Like I say, when I use a cartridge razor, I prefer to use 3 blades or less, or even use a single blade cartridge razor that we talked about in last week's show. If you missed that, check that out. But yeah, hey, if it works for you, as we like to say on the show, your face, your rules. And again, who came up with that? There was a viewer who coined that, and I want to give that viewer credit. Your face, your rules. So please, if it was you, comment below and let us know. So Stan, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Roderick McLeod wrote, for travel, there's the Bic Metal, which is a single-edged disposable razor with a metal safety bar that has a very similar experience to a DE. They're made in the same Greek factory that produces the wonderful Bic Chrome Platinum DE blade. I never knew that. Wow, Roderick, thanks very much for that. We'll have to seek one out and review it on the show, on the channel. Thank you very, very much for that. He continues here. There are also some disposable DE options. Bevel makes a disposable DE. Then there are the disposable DE surgical prep razors that I told you about in a previous email. They're made by Persona, now Accutech, McKesson, and Medline. Yeah, I recall that, Roderick. Thank you very, very much for that great information. But yeah, Bevel makes a disposable DE. There's another option then to look for. And if it's a disposable DE, that means the blade is fixed in the razor head and can't be removed. So I'm thinking that might be TSA approved as well. If anyone out there knows, please comment below and let us know. Roderick, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes writes, we have heard this 3 blades or less before for doing head shaves. The number of blades is mostly less important than the quality of the blades. I have used a small number of 3-bladed cartridge razors and also the Bic Classic 2, this one being a 2-blade head. The 3-bladed headed razors were more comfortable with less irritation. Well, you know what? Again, your mileage may vary, and that's great that it works for you. And there have been times where I have used a 3-bladed razor, cartridge razor. I like the Defender. That one is very, very good. I get a really good head shave in a pinch using that one. But again, my go-to is still the Supply razor, and I like using the Leaf. And I think, how did we do that again? I'm going to have to check my notes. Putting 2 blades in there instead of 3. And I think the 2 blades are at the top 2 slots. And that results in a more comfortable 2-bladed head shave for me. It worked very, very well. So yeah, we like the Leaf blade, the Leaf razor with the 2 blades a lot. That works very, very well. And again, if a 3-bladed cartridge razor works for you, absolutely fantastic. Your mileage may vary. Again, your face, your rules. Absolutely. So 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Thanks very much for that comment. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Metal Soso, 5460. Let me read that again. Metal Soso, 5460. I think I have gone too far to buy another cartridge razor. I have considered the Supply Company disposable razor. It's a 5-pack for $15. Yeah, that's a great deal, and we've already heard from a viewer that that's what they're using, and it sounds like it might be TSA friendly. If you get it, please submit a review and let us know how you like it. And I'm thinking about picking some up too and doing a review on here. But I invite you to hear your review. Would be really interested, and I know a lot of viewers out there would love to hear your comments and your experience with it. So thanks very, very much for that. Metal Soso 5460. Oh, this comes from Mike H. Hey, Mike, great to hear from you. He writes, "Hi, Mark. Great shave and soap aftershave reviews. Thank you. A very nice set of products. And yes, the T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel is always a great deal. It's just astringent witch hazel with nothing else added. It's nice to have a witch hazel without an added scent or added aloe vera, etc. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and best regards as always, Mark. Hey, Mike, thanks very, very much for that. You know what? Those are really, really great points. I never thought to mention that, so thank you very much for pointing it out. It's just witch hazel. No added scent, no added aloe vera or anything like that. It's just good old-fashioned witch hazel and nothing more. And I guess that's why it's $3.64 at my local Walmart for 16 fluid ounces right there. Yeah, so check it out. It's a good deal. And if you're just looking for witch hazel and nothing else, T.N. Dickinson's, as Mike points out, nothing else added, just good old-fashioned witch hazel. So, Mike, thanks very, very much for that. Really, really do appreciate it. Oh, here, Tom Smith, 522, writes, yes, I use T.N. Dickinson's witch hazel. Great stuff. Yeah, Tom, thanks very, very much for confirming how great this is. Again, folks, give it a try if you use Thayer's, and Thayer's is very, very good. We like Thayer's. But give T.N. Dickinson's a try. Less than $4. What do you got to lose? And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed this week. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, we have another new shave soap from Ariana Evans, courtesy of Peter Sharkalis and everyone at Ariana Evans. My thanks to Peter. Boy, this is a beautiful scent. Again, from Ariana Evans in their Ultima soap base, Chiang Mai. Check that out. Boy, is this a marvelous scent. And again, the Ultima soap base is absolutely spectacular. Now, I found this information on Wikipedia. Chiang Mai is the biggest city in northern Thailand and the second biggest city in Thailand. The city's name is Thai for new city because it replaced Chiang Rai, meaning old city, as the capital of the Lan Na Kingdom. And Peter writes on the product page, we love Asian culture and especially the food. I'm very fortunate to be able to travel throughout the world and spent a considerable amount of time in the Asian Pacific region. My experiences have allowed me to translate these into my art, which is soap making and creating fragrances. Chiang Mai was created by Thalia, Ariana, and myself with a scent which is uniquely different and unlike anything you have smelled before. Many of the oils used come directly from Thailand. The inspiration are from all the beautifully fragrant smells which engulf your senses from this part of the world. And again, it is an absolutely outstanding scent. This is really, really unique and very, very different, but it is very pleasing, very inviting. Oh, this is great. And again, there's that masculine edge to it, although it does have that beautiful fragrance. It really is marvelous. Here are the scent notes. Kaffir lime out of Thailand, Thai basil out of Thailand, yuzu zest, sambak jasmine out of the Philippines, lemongrass, mint, coconut, Mei Chang, galagal root out of India, pink pepper, Siam benzoin out of Thailand, and Thai vetiver out of Thailand. Really, really unique ingredients. Oh man, unique notes that just combine to make a really, really unique and distinct scent. Boy, this is terrific. I'm definitely getting a review done on this. Absolutely fantastic. Again, from Ariana and Evans, Chiang Mai in their Ultima soap base. We will have a link to this. This is a very, very unique and distinct scent. It's wonderful, no doubt about it. And pair it up with the Ultima shave soap base. The scent and the lather promise to deliver an absolutely wonderful shaving experience. So we'll have links below to Chiang Mai from Ariana and Evans. My thanks again to Peter Sharkalis and everyone at Ariana and Evans for very kindly passing this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. Again, folks, we'll have links below to Ariana and Evans' Chiang Mai. Very unique, very distinct. Wow, what a scent. Check it out. Viewer Tyler Fike very, very kindly and generously sent along to the channel a wonderful bay rum shave soap from Phoenix Shaving. Here it is, Clasico Bay Rum. Boy, is this a great classic bay rum scent. It's marvelous. And of course, it's CK6, so you know that the lather is just outstanding. This really is a terrific, marvelous, classic, traditional bay rum scent. As Douglas writes on the product page, well, here's an endorsement right here. This stuff is one of the best smelling bay rums I have tried. That comes from Captain Rob, the Bay Rum Diaries. And Douglas goes on to say, first off, I think my bay rum is the best out there. Of course, you'd expect me to say this, but listen, I am a bay rum guy. When most guys were sporting Drakkar and Polo, I was rocking bay rum. In fact, it was the lack of good bay rum soaps out there that inspired me to create my own shave soap back in the day. That said, I consider myself a bay rum connoisseur. Most bay rums out there are made with fragrance oil, and while that's fine, I find it limiting and boring. I mean, if everyone is using the same synthetic bay rum fragrance oil, what's the point? Where is the unique character from brand to brand? Where is the tradition? With that in mind, I chose a long time ago to build mine from the ground up by blending high quality essential oils. Then there is the skin food included. You will notice the difference, both in scent and feel. Note, there is 0 clove in our bay rum. He also adds this additional note. Some folks with sensitive skin can find bay and citrus oils agitating to the skin. You have been warned. I used it for a shave. We've got the review running soon, and it felt great on my skin. Of course, your mileage may vary, and there is that slight caveat there from Douglas, but this is an absolutely marvelous scent, a traditional bay rum, and it felt great on the skin. I just love CK6. The scent was marvelous. The lather was marvelous. And a big, big thank you to Tyler Fike for sending it along to the channel. Now, both Tyler and I received this personal note from Douglas regarding Clasico. And he wrote, Clasico was my first creation and what started it all. I only made one for me because there was no bay rum shave soap back then, and I needed something to match my favorite bay rum aftershave at the time. Our longest running scent, and never was it discontinued. How about that? And he also adds again here, also, it's all essential oil. Yeah, and that makes a difference. Now, when I do the review, you're going to notice me saying that there might be some extra slickness in this. I had an absolutely marvelous shave, and the scent is a beautiful, traditional, classic bay rum scent. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. And you can see where I've already scooped it out. It's absolutely fantastic. Tyler very, very kindly sent along the aftershave and cologne right here. And this is just a marvelous scent. Boy, I love bay rum. I'm a bay rum guy too. I love the classic barbershop scents, and I also love the bay rum scents. And Phoenix Shaving has a lot of great varieties of bay rum shave soaps and scented products in their catalog. And this one is just a real classic, straightforward bay rum. Classic bay rum, absolutely. And Tyler also sent along the Star Jelly. So this is fantastic. And if you get this, I recommend all three. The bay rum shave soap, the aftershave splash, and also the Star Jelly. You might want to throw in the soap and the EDP. I think I'm going to go get some of that too, because the scent is that good. So a big, big thank you to Tyler Fike for very, very kindly sending along Clasico Bay Rum from Phoenix Shaving. We've got the review done. It's scheduled. It should run sometime, I think, this week. So stay tuned for that. It really did deliver a wonderful shave. And I think I detected some additional slickness there. It might be the bay rum essential oils that are involved in the making of this shave soap that added that little extra slickness. Regardless, it was a marvelous, marvelous shave. So a big thank you to Tyler Fike for very kindly sending this along to the channel, allowing me to share it with all the viewers. And thanks to Douglas for all the great information regarding Clasico, Bay Rum, Shave Soap, Aftershave Splash, and Star Jelly. Douglas, thank you. And a big, big thank you to Tyler Fike again. Folks, we'll have links below. Viewer Mitch, a.k.a. Weezer, sent along this review of the Goodfellas Smile Shaving Scuttle. Now, he mentioned this in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag, and he's had a chance to try it out, and he sent along this review. Hi, Mark. I'm a little late, but Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I've used the Scuttle twice and can give a proper review. There are a few negatives about the Scuttle. The Amazon site says that it's from Italy, but the box states it is made in China, so that was a disappointment. Their website does show their soaps and other items are made in Italy, but doesn't say where the Scuttle is made. Although they are not lying, it seems a little deceptive to me. One reason I avoid products from China is that you never know if there are toxic substances in their products. In the case of their china and ceramic products, the glazes may contain lead. I tested the Scuttle for lead, and it did not have any lead content. This is not to say that the next batch will be lead-free. For those interested in testing for lead, Homax Products makes a home lead test kit that is easy to use and gives quick results. Now, he provided a link, and we will provide that link below. So thanks very much for that, Mitch. Really do appreciate it. He continues here, I also think it is a little on the small side, but not a deal breaker. The inside is 4 inches wide by 2 3/4 inches high. The outside is 4 3/4 inches wide by 3 1/8 high. This doesn't include the handle or spout. If the usable inside lather space were the outside dimensions, it would be perfect. Now the positive. The Scuttle is glazed and finished very nicely. There are no visible seams or rough edges, and it is about 90% glazed on the inside, which will help with its long-term durability. The handle is comfortable and easy to hold for those who like to hold the Scuttle while making the lather. I have small hands and had no problem easily holding it. It holds 10 ounces of water in the chamber. I heat it in a 900-watt microwave oven for 3 to 3.5 minutes, and this keeps the lather warm to very warm for about 20 to 25 minutes. After the water heats up, it expands and comes to the top of the Scuttle, so it could overflow, so be careful. Maybe use 9 ounces of water to avoid this issue. The bumps on the bottom and 4 vertical ridges help generate a nice lather in 1 to 1.5 minutes. It takes me 3 to 4 minutes to make the same amount of quality lather when using the mug warmer and regular bowl. Also, the lather does not deteriorate or become foamy and lose its slickness and cushion as with the mug warmer. I use the Simpson T3 brush and don't have any issues hitting the sides of the bowl with the brush. I also like that the lather ridges and bumps are smooth and don't have any sharp edges as some bowls. I wonder if over time those plastic bowls with sharper lather ridges will prematurely wear down a brush. The Scuttle doesn't come with a cork, so I made one out of a wine cork and it works well. One word of caution, don't seat the cork tightly in the hole. It could build excessive pressure and blow out a piece of the ceramic bowl. I saw a video where this happened to someone. It was not this Scuttle, but I suppose it could happen. To avoid this possibility, I notched and cut the cork so it would still hold in the heat but still relieve pressure. For those trying to decide on this Scuttle or the mug warmer and bowl method for hot lather, it's a no-brainer. This Scuttle at this price point is far superior to the mug warmer, and I would recommend it. Yes, if you want to spend $75 or more for an artisan Scuttle, it will be better, but for the reasonable cost relative to the quality lather and construction of this Scuttle, I don't think you can go wrong with this choice. Regards, Mitch. Hey, Mitch, thanks very, very much for a terrific and very, very thorough review, both pro and con, of the Goodfellas Smile Shaving Scuttle. There you go, folks. If you're looking for a shaving Scuttle, Mitch really breaks it down for you here. We'll have links below. Thanks again, Mitch. Really do appreciate it. Well, on previous Monday morning mailbags, we have talked about this particular brush right here from Simpson. This came courtesy of viewer Jimmy V. The M7 bowl lathering shaving brush from Simpson with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. And a big thank you to Jimmy V for this, because this is a bowl lathering sensation. And viewer Matt Panter bought one of these, and he sent along this review of the M7 brush. And he writes, "Hey Mark, I used the Simpson M7 a couple of times now, and it is definitely a unique brush. I've never experienced a brush that can bowl lather this well. I am really amazed. It has so much backbone, but the tips are still soft enough to swirl around on your face and neck. It won't fully splay for me. It is definitely made to paint on the lather and swirl it around with the tips. But with so much backbone, it can really get down under the whiskers like a boar brush can. And that is what I need a lot of times when I haven't shaved for 3 or 4 days. I'm mostly a bowl latherer myself, and this Simpson M7 is super impressive for bowl lathering. Be warned though, this knot is rather small, but it makes a ton of lather and picks up a lot of lather and successfully transfers it to the face. So over at Simpson, they knew how they wanted this knot to perform. So I would say buy it. And if you don't have a Trafalgar T3, buy it too, or buy it first. So many people use a T3 because it's just one of the best brushes out there. When you have one, you know why. Yeah, the T3 from Trafalgar is terrific. This one very kindly came from the late Mark Bagwell. He sent this one to the channel, and it's a terrific, terrific shaving brush. But yes, Matt, thank you for confirming how amazing this M7 brush, bowl lathering brush from Simpson is. Everything you've described in your review, I can confirm. It makes heaps and heaps of lather. It has amazing backbone, soft tips. Yeah, you paint it on, and it's just able to transfer a lot of lather from the bowl to the face. When I read that part of your review, you were absolutely spot on. So there you go, folks. The M7 bowl lathering shave brush from Simpson. Matt's giving it a two big thumbs up, and it is absolutely amazing. And he also likes the Simpson T3, as we do here on the channel. We have it in our shave den. It's a marvelous shaving brush. So check it out. We'll have links below to Simpson, where you can check out both the M7 and the T3 shaving brushes. They're absolutely wonderful. And also, Matt here follows up with a little information regarding Phoenix shaving shave items here. He says here, lastly, I want to give a heads up about the Cane Tube Pre-Shave and Tea Party 508 from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. They are still selling these, but discontinuing them after January. So we'll give you a little more detail on that from Matt's email to the program in the Second Cup podcast. He goes a little more in depth about those products and a few other things. So we'll save that for Second Cup, where you can get all caught up on that information. So my thanks to Matt Panter for a really, really terrific review on the Simpson M7 bowl lathering brush. Folks, we'll have links below. Matt, thanks again very, very much. Well, speaking of the Simpson T3 shaving brush, Bill Murphy sent along this review of the Simpson T3 Sovereign Fiber Patriot brush. The subject heading of his email reads, "The T3 Sovereign Fiber Patriot brush is here." And he continues here, "Mark, I just received the Black Friday Trafalgar T3 Sovereign Fiber Patriot brush, and it is stunning. Words can't describe it, and the video and pictures don't do it justice. The performance is what you would expect from a Simpson T3 and makes a great lather. It was on sale for about $43 US, and with shipping, it was about $60 US. As of January 13th, there are a few still in stock. Wow. Hey, thanks very, very much for the pictures and the video, Bill. It looks stunning. It's stunningly good-looking brush. And as we just learned from Matt Panter and our own experience, the T3 is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful shaving brush. Great for bowl lathering, great for face lathering, just an all-around great, great brush. And that version of the T3 looks absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for sending along the review. Folks, we'll have links below. And again, a big, big, big thank you to Bill Murphy for sending along the review on the T3 Sovereign Fiber Patriot Brush from Simpson. Well, before you know it, Easter will be here, and that's why Jamie Horn sent along this review of the Yaqi Bunny Shave Brush. And here's what he has to say. The Yaqi Bunny is a very unique and ergonomic design. Boasting a 24mm cashmere knot, it has a grand backbone and is a lather-building sensation. Great for an Easter shave or any time. He also learned from the folks at Yaqi that the handle is made from aluminum and offers a nice amount of heft. So if you're looking for that shaving brush for your Easter shave, check out the Yaqi Bunny Shave Brush. We'll have links below. My thanks to Jamie Horn for sending along the review and the terrific photos. Jamie, thanks again very, very much. Viewer Tyler Fike dropped in one more time, sending along this email. The subject heading reads, check out this amazing find from Etsy.com, double-edged safety razor, ultra-light 3D printed, short handle, classic shave for travel, camping, and home. And Tyler writes, Mark, I ordered one of these 3D printed razors from Etsy the other day and should have it in the shave den by early next week. I'm very intrigued by it. The shop owner states that it shaves very similar to the Merkur 34C. The one I ordered is gold. I think he did a small batch of them. There may still be some of the gold ones in his storefront, but I'm not too sure. They were very low in stock when I ordered. They are identical to the ones in the link below, just with the gold color. I'll let you know how it shaves when I take it for a test drive. Feel free to share it with the viewers on the Monday Morning Mailbag or Second Cup if you'd like. Talk to you soon, and God bless. Tyler. Hey, Tyler, thanks very much. We're sharing it now. We look forward to the review of this 3D printed razor. Folks, we'll get you the links below. Tyler, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Well, we mentioned grapefruit bowls in the beginning of the show. Bob Mykowski sent along this detailed explanation of what he found at his local Goodwill store that doubles as an absolutely spectacular lathering bowl. And he writes, hey, Mark, we've emailed before. Always a pleasure to watch your Monday morning mailbags. I absolutely came across a great shave bowl. Just the other day, I made a visit to a couple of Goodwill stores in the area looking for vintage safety razors, which they have from time to time. But I will also check their housewares, specifically bowls that can be repurposed to be used as shaving bowls. Most of their bowls have smooth interiors, which aren't the best for generating lather. But then, out of the blue, I came across these 5-inch bowls that had 16 mini spikes on the interior of the bowls, plus 12 textured spines all around the interior of the bowl that go up the internal walls of the bowl. I couldn't figure out what the original intended purpose of this interior bowl design could be for, certainly not for cereal or ice cream, but I did realize immediately that it would make for a great shave bowl. And measuring 5 inches across the top, This bowl fits comfortably in the hand. They cost $1 a piece, so I bought two. And then it dawned on me, they must be grapefruit bowls. The exteriors were yellow in color with the simulated texture of grapefruit. And those 12 spines going up the internal walls simulate those skins found inside real grapefruit that separate the sections of fruit. The 16 mini spikes in the bowl's interior must be there to hold a grapefruit in place. Thus, they are grapefruit bowls. But I bought them to be used as lathering bowls. Talk about boom lather! This grapefruit bowl helped generate gobs of lather in a relatively short period of time. Very happy with this chance purchase at Goodwill. Take care, Bob Mykowski, New Britain, Connecticut. Bob, thanks very, very much for this great review on these grapefruit bowls that double as wonderful shaving bowls. Folks, if you're looking for a great performing shaving bowl at a low cost, seek out a grapefruit bowl, as Bob describes here in his review and experience with the ones he came across at his local Goodwill store. Or even check out your Goodwill store, see if they have them in stock over there. Absolutely fantastic. Bob, thanks very, very much for this great tip on a great lathering bowl at a really, really affordable price that offers some great, great boom lather performance. A grapefruit bowl. Thanks again, Bob. Really do appreciate it. Now, at the beginning of the show, we promised you a special segment, and I thought we'd wrap up the show with that special segment here in questions and comments. It really is very, very unique, and I think you'll find it of great interest. Of course, we've been talking about books lately in the Monday Morning Mailbag as kind of an aside, and Last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, we wrapped up by talking about Snoopy and the Red Baron, and we've recommended some other books, both on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also on Second Cup. And this particular topic deals with the children's book, Where the Wild Things Are, by Maurice Sendak. And of course, that's a much-loved children's book since it was first published in 1963. Well, my very good friend Polly, who is a very, very talented cartoonist who I met through the National Cartoonist Society and have known for many, many years, was recently on the Antiques Roadshow broadcast. Now, we'll link her segment from their Facebook page so you can check out exactly what she has and what the historian and appraiser has to say about this item. But we're going to show it to you here because I recently visited Polly and her husband Bob, and I saw this firsthand. It's absolutely amazing. What Polly has is a Where the Wild Things Are printed proof sheet from 1963, around the time they were publishing this book. She was an art student at the time, I believe in Connecticut, and the class took a field trip, as I understand it, to the publisher's printing facility, and each of the members on this field trip were given this beautiful printed proof sheet of the book, Where the Wild Things Are. And she has had it in one piece all these years since having obtained it from the publisher in 1963. And we took some photos of it, and we have a little video here of Polly explaining exactly how she came about to have this really wonderful piece. So we'll let her explain how that all came about. Let me shoot this video here. Wow.
If anybody wants to buy it, let me know. I'm not doing any good with it. It's,
Hey, flip it around, and then I'll get a.
Yeah, I used to have this hanging on the wall in the kids' room, and but you're coming through here. Yeah, I guess, when this first came out, when I got this, it was a nice book, but it wasn't anything that people thought was that wildly exciting. So
What?
this was like the first, almost the first printing, like second printing.
Wow.
So, but everybody else, all my friends got one. They all went home from the printing plant, the 4-color printing plant. And they folded theirs up and stapled them and cut them and turned them into little books, and I didn't. That was.
This is what year is this from?
It would be like 60. What would it be? Maybe 63.
63.
There's some kind of.
Does it have a date here?
There's also the guy who was the printer, and he kind of moved away here.
Somewhere there is a date on it. It's way down here somewhere, I think. 1963, I think it says.
Isn't that amazing? And again, you can see the Antiques Roadshow segment. We'll provide the link below where they talk about this again in a little more detail and get into some of the technicalities of it. It really is a remarkable piece. And she's had it all these years. I won't spoil the segment for you. You can take a look at it and maybe have your own guess as to what the value of it is. Just check out that segment because they do put a value on it, and it really is a really unique, wonderful piece of children's literature history right there. And I got a chance to look at it firsthand and shoot some video and take some pictures of it. And it was great seeing Polly and Bob and the family and that sort of thing. Really wonderful piece of children's literature history. And Polly had the foresight to hang on to this and keep it intact and in one piece. Really remarkable. So there you go. A Where the Wild Things Are printed proof sheet from 1963. The Maurice Sendak classic children's book that is much loved. And Polly has the entire proof sheet in one piece. Wow, absolutely amazing. And again, check out the Antiques Roadshow link. We'll have it linked below where you can see their presentation of this item. Really remarkable. I've known her all these years. I never knew she had this. Never knew she had this. Absolutely fantastic. All right, check it out. We'll have the links below. And I hope you enjoyed this little bit of an adventure with Where the Wild Things Are and my friend Polly. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.